Right, hi all. This video is probably going to be the first of many regarding train automation from a beginner's point of view, which I am. I've never done it before, don't know anything about it, and I'm just learning as I go along. I think this is the second stage of train automation, is to buy a detector unit like this with 16 inputs. That means you can detect 16 sections of track to see whether they're occupied or not. This is the ESU 500904 detector. Costs £175. It's the cheapest place you can find it. Digitrains UK, which is a great store. And basically I bought this, didn't get any instructions in English, it's all in German. So I had to print off the ESU site my own set of instructions, which is straightforward, and it's just in plain English, and it's just a basic set of instructions about how to set it up, etc. This is quite an advanced unit, and there's a lot of things you can do with it, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, the first stage, I think, is to digitise all the points, make sure all the points have got accessory decoders to operate them. Yeah, so that's the first stage. Yeah, so the detector is split into two, A and B, as you can see on the picture, and you can feed each side with power separately from a booster. Or you can take the power feed from the ECOS output track feed, the main track. You can feed it in side A or side B. I've got mine going in B, and then it loops across to A. So both sides of the unit are powered. It's got 8 inputs on each side, 16 in total. And you have the lead which comes with it. It's not very long. Apparently you can't have these too long. They've got to be a certain size in length, a special type of cable, and that links into the ECOS Connect port on the back. So when you plug the detector in, it automatically configures itself, updates itself, sets itself up. But there's a couple of little things you might have to do, and to do that you press the spanner on the top of the ECOS menu bar, and then you just press ECOS detector, press on that, press the enter bar here, and then you get the configuration menu for it, so you can rename it, rename the detector, order number if you've got more than one, how you want the LED to flash, which is a bit balmy, but if you press that, the LED flashes like that to tell you that it's working fine. There's just loads of silly little features on it. And then we have various status bars at the bottom. Not sure about all that at the moment. You've got order, how you want them all set up. That's for assignments of routes and shuttle trains, etc. So you can do some automation on just using the ECOS command station, but if you want more complex proper automation you've got to use software on a PC. That's that. So when you come to connect port 1 to the first piece of isolated track section, which in my case is platform 5, this one, you've got to either take your fish plates out on the left hand or right hand rail, but you must stick to the left rail if you choose the left rail throughout the entire system, and vice versa. If you don't stick to the same rail you cause problems, and you've got to isolate it. If it's a continuous piece of track you've got to isolate it at both ends, however long you want it. But in this case it's a terminus, so I'm just isolating one section by taking out a fish plate, which I have done, or you can use a Dremel tool to cut through the rail, and then that just goes you solder a wire on the track, and then it just goes into port 1. It's just one wire. That's pretty simple and straightforward. And then when you've connected the wire up, you just go to your track plan mode, whatever layout of plans you've done, press the spanner, and then you just press this icon here, which is the detector icon. Click on that, and then you just place, so my isolation starts here, so then you just click on one of the bars of the track, and you can see you want that to be feedback enabled. You have a red bar when a train goes in, and it's going to go on detector 1, which I've got just one detector, and it's going to go on port 1, which it's wired into at the moment, and you can have up to 16 ports on each detector unit. And you can plug the detectors in, they sort of duplicate up to have more ports or detector areas, and that's it. You just do that, press the tick button, and then you just work your way along how far you want it to go. This particular section is railcom enabled, which means when a train passes into it, if it's got a railcom enabled decoder, it'll identify itself. The local loco will say what name, address number, etc. And I'll just demonstrate that now by bringing a loco back into the area. Just going to bring my Roco BR01, which is coming now, into this area. As soon as it enters, there we go, there's all the information. Roco BR01, address 99, is in platform 5. So that's the first stage of setting it up. So I'm just going to add another 16 areas onto the layout now. That's certain areas, platforms, terminus area, goods yards, and then when it's all linked up to the PC software, which will be Railroad and Co, maybe, or WinDigiPet, or there's various other ones out there. I'm not sure which software package I'm going for yet, but that's the first stage of the automation. Yeah, on the side, that's the expansion port for adding more detectors, so you can have quite a few linked together. Yeah, so there you go, that is first stage, and thanks for watching this first video in my train automation, because there's going to be many more to follow, and thanks for all the help of other YouTubers that have given me advice on doing this, which there are quite a few, and if it weren't for YouTube I don't even think I would have got this far, and the subscribers that I have who've given me brilliant information. And I'll try and keep this as simple as I possibly can, because it is quite a complex thing to do, really. When you think about it, if you're not very good with wiring, because I'm not an electrician by trade, or I don't know, I'm not brilliant with electrics, but I've just learned it as I've gone along, because this is the first layout I've built in a long time. Before that, nothing was DCC, and it was all basic analog. But thanks for watching.